We are live.
Hey everyone!
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Awesome. Welcome to the Gilded Mimic Network. It is our pyramid stream. So we are taking on our homebrew pyramid, or rather these guys are. Unfortunately, we don't have Kate or Alev today. Their computer has broken and they could not get a replacement in time, sadly. So we're going to have to do with just these guys playing all the characters between them. So would you all like to introduce yourselves?
I am David, and I have the wrong name on stream.
Good point. Let me change you guys around.
I'm actually playing Valdry, who is a rock gnome trying to work out what the pyramid is.
All right, Brian.
Hello, I am Brian. I am playing Anirin the Bard.
Andrew.
Hi, I'm Andrew. I play Ghana the Barbarian.
And Bear.
I'm Bear. Tonight I'm playing Felicia and Alev. Felicia is a tiefling and cleric, and Alev is a ranger, half elf. And I need to figure out what he does. Alev is a he, and Felicia is a she.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. And I'm Jess, and I will be GMing for this evening. So, recap, because
We're in trouble.
Yes, you have come up to floor 3 finally after setting the direwolf free again and circumnavigating some angry-looking rabbits by throwing carrots all over the place. And you are now in a winter wonderland, surrounded by aggressive, tiny little mushrooms. Because
They're
you
so
stole their
cute.
treasure.
They're in little pairs, and they run around holding
They are
hands.
in little pairs. They're linking arms rather than holding hands. And
I separated one of them.
Yes, and then right at the end of the last stream, Anirin cast Sleep, which put Valdry to sleep, and one of them, and a pair of mushrooms, Laconids.
Wasn't it Anirin who also burned these little guys' home or something?
Well, it was more that you took their treasure, but yes, they're not particularly pleased about the fact that you burnt the tree stump either. Yeah.
Sleepy shrooms.
And then I believe Alev let them out of the room that they were trapped in. But yes.
Yeah. I will try not to kill Alev for that.
To be fair, was it potentially Ghana that opened the door? I can't actually remember who opened the door.
I'm going to say no, just to protect my integrity. I don't think it was. I don't think it was me who opened that door.
Okay. All right. There was one thing I forgot to say when you came into the room that you are, this room here with the stairs in.
Ooh.
When you came up the stairs and
there should have been a
you
dragon.
left the stairs. Yeah, no, there should have been a dragon. It's white and tiny. No,
a tiny white dragon.
A tiny white dragon, yes.
Oh, I kind of wish that was true.
No, the door slammed down shut behind you, but on it is a picture of a leaf.
Ooh, leaf.
Mm-hmm.
Should we be making notes of these things?
Maybe.
If your character's that way inclined.
I'm sure I have it detailed in a journal somewhere.
Great. Anyway, the tiny mics, I think, are now, some of them are getting to take a turn, which I think is where we stopped it. What else do I have on my notes? Also, Ghana is in a rage.
Yeah. I am so angry right now. So angry.
You've taken your turn as well, haven't you?
Yeah, I took my turn. I believe I severed one of the mics in half.
Yes.
Yeah.
You did.
Split
a
mic in twain.
I need to actually find the health in the notes. Excuse me a moment. I wrote that one down by hand. Yes.
I think it's got no health left.
No, I'm pretty
You don't need to look it up.
Some.
I'm pretty sure it's gone instead.
The trouble is, I've been using a notebook and I've just been jotting down oh, there they are. The notes all over the show, wherever there's space.
Like a good GM, there's actual notes.
Yeah, I have like I have the Word document with the main campaign manual in. I have a notepad on the laptop with other notes in, and then I have an actual notepad.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tool shredded tree. Blimey.
And all of them about Christine. Sorry, that's the word I was looking for.
I know.
Castellum said too many notes for my taste, which is a quote from Phantom of the Opera. All of them about Christine. All we've heard since we came is Miss Daae's name. Anyway. Yes, tiny mics. Which one is that? Great, the one behind Anurin. Anurin, there is a tiny mic pair trying to attack you. It does a 14 hit. No, a 15, sorry.
Why would you have to change it to 15?
So that hits then.
It does.
You get twig slapped.
Twig slapped.
Twig slapped for 3 damage.
Okay.
All right, and number 2 is asleep. So that one's not doing anything.
Aha!
And number 4,
I assume it's really obvious that it's asleep. Like it's
they're
curled up.
They've literally kind of curled up together in like this little cute. I want to say.
Can you stop making them cute? Can you stop making everything that we have to attack cute? I had to endure an entire week of feeling bad for attacking the wolf, and now you're giving me a complex about attacking mushrooms.
Yeah, but
there's nothing I can attack in this game that doesn't leave me feeling bad about it afterwards.
The flower oozes and the leaf oozes.
Yeah.
And the snow.
And the snow, yeah, there was the snow.
Right. Number 4. No, not number 4. Yes, number 4. Which one's number 4? The number 4 is by Valdry. I think it's probably going to attack Valdry, even though Valdry is sleeping, which will wake up Valdry.
It's not Garner stood on top of me at the minute.
Yeah, I'm on top of him, protecting
right.
him. That's why I moved to that space.
In that case, it's going to attack Garner.
Yeah. It's half damage if it's slashing or bludgeoning or whatever.
It is slashing. It does 15 hit.
A 15, I believe, should hit me. Let me get up my character sheet. Where's he attacking me from?
Here.
Yeah, right in front of me.
Front of you.
Yeah, armor class 14, so...
Oh, gosh, your armor class is low.
Oh, yeah.
That also does 3 damage. Twig slapped.
Yeah. So that becomes 2 or 1?
That becomes 1.
Cool.
And because it's hit you, and there are 2 of them, it's going again. Technically, actually, the previous one should have gone again.
Wait, hold on. Isn't number 4 the one which I've already sliced in twain?
That's right. Actually, yes, you're right. No, it was number 3, apparently. Oh,
really?
Gosh, I'm so confused. No, it should have been number 4. Okay, excuse me while I just change my notes. Yeah, no, you're fine.
Actually, no, I might have gone for number 3. It makes more sense if I would have sliced number 3 into Wayne, because that's the one which is around Anurin, so that probably was my tactic to try and look after both Valdir and Anurin to go after number 3. That might be why that happened. So either way, yeah, so that's 1 damage there I put in from it.
All right, we'll just carry on anyway, because I'm now really confused. Right. Elef,
that would be me. I think.
Yes.
Elev goes, where did those little mushrooms go? And I assume she comes in. He comes in. Sorry. Players, female, characters, male.
Oh, thank you, Buttlebutts.
And I'm shooting. She shoots from range normally, doesn't she?
Yes. He normally shoots.
Sorry. Go for that one, whichever number that is hidden in the dark smog of the world. So I can't see the number of that one there.
Sorry, which one?
The bottommost one.
Number 5.
Cool. Because the other one is asleep. So longbow.
Yes.
12.
Sorry, there's a joke in the chat. This is interesting because the more of these creatures to kill, the more full the level gets because there's not much room inside. To the pungeon with you. And 12 does hit.
Oh, so damage is. You mentioned earlier plants are favorite animals or favorite.
Yes, so you get to add an extra 1 to the damage.
+1. 7.
Awesome. You have killed one half of the little tiny Mike pair. You've stuck it with an arrow and it goes over plonk, on its back into the snow, making her like a little snow angel.
Aleph is like, yes.
Awesome.
Will she move slowly so Felicia can get in?
Maybe. I know,
He.
your choice. He.
Aleph moves to over here.
Awesome. Valdry.
Valdry's going to roll over and snore.
Oh, that's a good point. You're asleep.
Is there any chance he would have woken up from me rushing over him?
Someone has to poke him
Uh,
or whatever.
Yeah, you have to use an action to wake him.
Oh, I have to use an action. Okay, it's not. It can't be like a bonus action of just lightly kicking him before.
Since you're stood on the same square, I would allow you to nudge him with a foot, but it would be your bonus action, so you wouldn't get a bonus action, I think.
Yeah.
I'm going to snore loudly to get your attention.
Number 3. Since you have attacked it, Garner, it's going to attack you.
I'd like to see it try.
11.
It did try.
It did try.
And that was
a
all
period
she
on
wrote.
the chat. Cool.
What?
The twig slab is appearing on the.
Yes, that's because I've actually made a character sheet for this one.
Oh wow!
Wow.
Yeah, I know. I'm actually a bit more organised this week again. Right, anyway, Felicia,
Cool.
It is now your turn.
Felicia turns around and looks at all the. She really likes snow, and she really doesn't like all the mushrooms messing up the snow. So she's going to. What shall she do? Have to think about 2 people now. We did a long rest recently, right?
No, you did. Yes, you did a long rest last stream.
Yeah. But tiny mushrooms, they need a mace. That's what she's going to do. So she's going to approach and go, I really don't like these mushrooms. They're messing up my snow. And she's going to hit them with a mace.
Okay.
14.
That does hit.
3 damage. Not very strong.
Which one were you doing it to?
The one in the south.
No, number 5 again. Okay. So you hit the final little tiny Mike in that area, and it kind of knocks it over a bit too. It stumbles back, knocks an arm off, but it is still standing.
It's all right though. It's harmless.
To the pungeon with you as well. Right. Someone said something.
Does Voltry draw in his sleep? Oh, yeah.
Totally missed what that's referring to.
Puddle
Okay.
Butts is asking about the guitar. But
Oh, yeah. There we go. I missed that. Fine. Tiny Mike 5 is going to attack Felicia. Just smacking her with a mace. Oh, no, I can roll
What did
that,
Felicia do?
do with a mace. 14.
Completely misses.
Completely misses. Oh, okay. It's one little twig left. Just kind of flails.
Felicia looks down and is like, is it real?
And you're in.
All right. Which one of these blighters looks like they're the most dead? But not quite.
3 and 5. Because they're the only ones not in a pair.
3 and 5. Let me have that.
North and south of you.
Number 3.
Okay.
And brandishing my rapier and my dagger, I will say to this foul beast, have at thee, fungi! You're no fun to me!
Not
And-
Huzzah Smacketh.
I mean,
don't
it
have
worked.
Oh. I'll save the Huzzah Smacketh for my second attack. Haha, 24.
Yeah, that hits.
That hit. So,
I think you've probably killed it.
ooh.
Yes.
Ha-ha!
You pull your rapier back, and now it's just got basically a dead mushroom with arms on the end of it. You
Nice.
skewered a
Skewered.
mushroom. Yeah.
Ha-ha!
Ready for the
I'll have to
barbecue.
butter that and eat it later. Father! But we're not looking
Chat
for
asked him
my
to do this.
father. So,
I thought you said he
Now,
was going
with
after
my-
number 5.
Oh, I thought it was number 3. Sorry if I deleted the wrong one.
yes,
Whoops.
I mean, it
believe
doesn't matter.
I
I'm
said
happy with
5.
him going after 3, but
There we go. I'll just rename this one. It worked.
Now,
Either
with
would have been
my
dead.
dagger out, I'm going to whip round to number 3 and strike with my dagger. But I don't get... Oh, it's just to the damage. That's right. Haha. And huzzah stabbeth!
18. That also hits.
Ha-ha! Take that, ye fungus! We'll make you flaccid soon enough. Oh, I don't get bonuses.
No.
Ha-ha! 3!
You have killed it. You have stabbed 2 of them.
that is impressive.
Ha-ha!
Will we need to interrogate the sleeping one?
Maybe.
Can mushrooms talk?
I have no idea. But they are
No,
good
they
grill, yes.
can't, because I tried to hurl vicious mockery at one before, and it did nothing.
This is true.
Yes.
It's a plant.
That was the slow mic, though.
These are tiny mics.
Hmm.
I have one
Ah.
skewered. I'll be searching it for ears.
Well, we need to
Afterward.
wake up Valtteri, then he can draw it or something.
Okay. Right, Ghana.
Garner is going to take his great sword to Tiny Mike 4.
Awesome. And you hit.
Woo! That was a close one thing. So now for the thing that I have to do every evening, I have to work out how to roll damage again. Let's see if I can do it.
/R.
What is the damage? 6 plus 3 plus 2 because I'm enraged. Yeah, 10.
Awesome. So you skewer another. What are you using? You're using a longsword.
I'm using a
Greatsword.
great sword,
Yeah. Consider another
so I'm
one skewered.
slashing them.
You're not taking very long to kill these things. Number one.
Is that a complaint?
No, not really. It's just amusing. Number one is going to go for a neuron again, and really doesn't achieve much of anything.
Ha-ha!
They get so confused because they both try and attack you at once that they end up spinning around in a circle.
Because they get entangled on each other
They're
and
totally
lose
tangled up with
points.
each other. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
number
My
Damn it.
fancy footwork has dodged. Ha-ha!
Number 2 is still asleep. Number 4 is going to attack Ghana. And Ghana forgot to wake Valdry, which is why he just said, darn it.
I'm in a rage. I don't know anything.
Apparently the best weapon for fighting mushrooms is surely a toadstool. A toadstool. All
But,
of the puns today. Right, sorry.
Well, there's a channel called Pungent in our Discord. So
Did it, didn't it?
It's the only appropriate punishment.
That is 4 damage, which is halved to 2. while you're
Okie
raging.
dokie.
Right, we are back to Alev.
Aleph. Okay. Oh, what will she do? Will he do? So I keep forgetting. I guess he'll continue destroying plants because that's his favored enemy. So longbow it is. Which one I'm attacking?
That would be really good to know.
Pick 4.
I think 4 makes sense because shooting over isn't urine small, but mushrooms are
No.
tiny.
I'm quite large, so I'm told.
Yes. You can't shoot over an urine.
So the option is Mike 4.
Number 4. Right, you have hit number 4.
Cool. Eight plus 3. Ooh, max damage.
You have finished off number 4 as well. Another little one goes splat backwards with an arrow.
I don't
in
think we need to wait, Baldry.
it.
Do we
definitely
really
need-
need him drawing these things? Should we just deprive him of the opportunity?
He can draw some dead ones when you're done.
We can bury them. He's got a full minute. If we're really quick after this, he might never know he was attacked.
It is Valdry's turn.
So Valdry's going to roll back over, yawn again, not yawn, snore again, and draw a ring of dots in the snow with outstretched hand.
Okay. So yes, to answer the question earlier, it seems Valdry does draw in his sleep. Felicia.
Is Tiny Mike Ford gone? Did you say?
I think you said Tiny Mike
sorry,
Ford was
Tiny
gone.
Mike Ford is gone.
Does she bother using? Oops, wrong character sheet. She's thinking she might have some cooked mushrooms, so she's going to sacred flame it.
Okay.
Sacred flame requires a DC 12 dexterity
On the part of the mushroom.
on the part of the mushroom.
Let's see what happens if I cook this. It rolled a 1. So
These are
think
not
it
very
failed.
dexterous mushrooms.
No.
Wow.
Right. Would you like to roll the damage then?
Felicia goes, from the sky, fire, and then flames come down in the form of snowflake.
Bye, puddle butts.
Oh, Puddlebot's got to go. Bye.
Yeah.
Back to work.
Thank you. Okay. One of them has now a little snowflake like branded into their little top of their mushroom head. But they are otherwise okay.
They've got a neat tattoo.
Yeah.
They should be thankful.
Free tattoo, yes.
And urine.
So have we determined that they have no ears?
Will they talk? 'Cause
Can
they-
we do
they
a
do
nature
ping.
check?
They talk? They
They
didn't
talk?
say anything to me.
They were
I
going
don't-
yip,
I don't-
yip, 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 yip.
They did. They did. Ha 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 ha. I am ready. I just made this up. Looking at Tiny Mike. Wait, does one look injured? Either of them?
What?
One's asleep.
2 is asleep.
Ha ha. Not gonna mess with that one. Ha ha. Number 1. A troop of tiny mushrooms have seen us. They circled round between us. Some cleaved in twain, some stabbed once again. As they fall, why does it look like a flaccid pit? Vicious mockery!
All right. They have to roll something, don't they? Is it a wisdom saving throw?
I hang on. I'll look it up. It's been a couple weeks since we did this.
Yep. It is a wisdom saving throw.
Yes.
It fails spectacularly. Would you like to roll a 1d4?
I will roll my 1d4 of psychic damage. They have been insulted by the master.
1.
For 1 point of damage.
The injured Mike with a little snowflake on its head just gives you a bit of a glare, as if to say, "What?" That's about it.
It does have disadvantage on its next attack roll.
It's disadvantage. Okay. All right.
So irritated, it stopped paying attention.
Yeah. Okay. Gonna.
It's okay, Wolfsong. I didn't finish the quote, so I didn't say the word.
Rule number 1.
Oh, I'll explain that later.
Okay.
Ooh, I don't know what this rule number one is.
Wolfson
me?
has explained, "Thou shalt not embarrass thine wife."
That is rule number 1.
That's a good rule.
Does that count though if you're being a Nurin? Because
Oh,
technically,
yeah.
does a Nurin have a wife?
I think we've established by now Anurin
Probably
has
has a
had
few.
wives and many lovers.
Okay.
Every so often, that does happen to him.
And he's not allowed to embarrass any of them.
Apparently it still counts. Wolfsong has spoken. Right. Ghana.
Garner, on seeing Anurin use his vicious mockery and always looking for ways to improve his abilities as a civilized member of society, charges at Tiny Mike 2 and yells, "Mushroom, you are really rubbish!" And then swings his sword down, accepting that he's not very good at thinking up insults on the spot.
Awesome.
Hit the sleepy one.
I'm afraid you're so distracted.
Actually, hold on,
trying to come up with an insult.
Oh no, I missed it anyway, didn't it? Because it's it's asleep, but I don't get any bonuses, do I?
If it's
Technically, you have
asleep-
advantage, but either way.
Yeah, either way, Oh,
yeah, you're
dear.
so distracted by coming up with an insult, you just
Yeah.
don't quite manage to hit them.
Yeah.
Are there
And
any
you have
mushrooms
now woken
attached?
it
Bad
up,
times.
though. Oh, have you woken it up if you haven't actually hit it?
Well, I haven't actually done anything to it.
Until
so-
they take damage, I think.
Until they take
So
damage. Okay, in
Right.
that case, it is not awake. Although you yelled at it.
let me just check that.
You did technically yell an insult at it.
Ah, but it wasn't an attack insult. I
I'm
mean, it
going to
hasn't
say
heard
it's
the rest of
awake.
the battle, has it?
I'm going to say it's awake.
Oh, we've got badgers incoming.
Because that's mushrooms.
Right,
Yeah.
number 1 is going to attack the bard again.
I'm just waiting for the snake now.
It came up on the chat.
They are clearly actually quite offended.
Got you
Right.
flummoxed, have I? Ha ha!
And number 2 gets to its feet and is surrounded and doesn't quite know who to attack. So I'm going to roll the dice. Hold on a second.
2 or 3.
It is going to attack Garner. Who's also clearly not yet awake. Oh, gosh, they're really useless. I love.
Oh, Elif. Seeing the tiny Mike waking up, he says, "You are not my father," and does
This is entirely-
shoots a bow.
Given the direction you were shooting in, Anurin, can you make a dexterity check for me, please?
I have dodged these vile creatures every attack, surely. Surely, just, let me push on that one.
You dodge the arrow.
Ha ha!
What about Tiny Mike 1?
It's short enough.
Aleph does turn to Anurin because he shouted father earlier. It's like, are you looking for your father too?
All right. Valdry, still sleeping?
Still sleeping. It's going to curl up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry. Great fight for Valdry.
He's having a wonderful dream.
Technically,
It's
I don't
great.
know why I'm apologizing. It's Anurin's fault. Felicia.
Felicia, having seen that the sacred flame coming from the heavens did nothing, she's going to use her mace again because it's there, and the sleeping creature next to her is now awake. So I think it's Macy time. No, that doesn't work.
No.
And roll the 6.
No. Again, you basically swipe over the head of them. Not low enough.
Tiny things. So annoying.
It is now Anurin's turn again.
Aha! Anurin's turn. Well, seeing as how vicious mockery was only marginally really useful, I am going to flourish my rapier, and looking at Mike number 1, I will say, "You know not what you have done. You have incurred the wrath of my beautiful stab."
21. That hits.
Ha-ha!
Is it with stabby?
9 damage.
And you skewer another one.
Ah, I have 2. If I get a little meat, I'll have a kebab.
Ghana.
Is
I want to use my
Sorry.
bonus action.
Okay.
I am going to use Bardic Inspiration for Garner. And more dice is nice and not as hard. You feel inspired, so says the bard. There you go.
I was waiting for
thank
that.
you.
If you hadn't said it, I was going to insist upon it.
And that's plus D6, is it, to a roll, is it?
Yeah, I think so.
An attack
Yes.
roll.
Do I have to
1d6.
declare it before I do the roll?
You have
After.
to. You can
And
do
you
the
can add it
roll,
to-
and then before I tell you whether you've succeeded or not, you can decide to add it.
Oh, thankfully, we know what the mics are, so this should be pretty good. I am not going to bother using it.
No, you do not need it. You have, I'm assuming, oh, it's number 1's dead now, isn't it?
Damn it! Every single night at least happens once. What did I do wrong this time?
It's
The
slasher.
Slasher.
The wrong side of the arm.
Ah,
Sorry, I couldn't actually see what you typed. I had a Discord notification pop up.
13.
13.
Can you only add the inspiration to the roll to hit? You can't add it to the damage, can you?
No, you can't add it to the damage.
There.
Yeah, it's to checks or attacks.
That
Skill checks.
almost entirely finishes that one off, though. That was an incredibly effective attack.
Mostly diced.
But it is still alive. And it is going to attack back. 18.
It's not got much room to maneuver.
Nope. Does 18 hit?
Me?
Yep.
Yep.
It does 4 damage, which again is another
Comes
2.
to 9. We're starting to look a little dicey here.
Right. I love again.
Airlift, sorry.
Yeah,
I
sorry.
got
That was you
distracted.
there.
I was waiting to see how long it would take.
I was also resubscribing with Prime, so I was distracted. I'm going to Alev. Hoping another arrow hits. 23.
That hits.
Plus 3.
10. It
10.
is dead.
Aleph goes up and says, "Die, you little plant."
Right. As the last one falls over, flop, impaled by an arrow, a clove of garlic just appears randomly in the middle of the air and falls down in front of Anurin.
I'm going to take that garlic and say, my friends, I believe tonight we feast on the blood of our enemies. And is the stump still on fire behind me?
No, you put it out.
That's right. I'm going to use, I'm going to light another torch or the same torch, whatever. And I am totally lighting that stump on fire. I'm going to put some garlic on one of these little mushrooms that I've skewered.
Okay.
If I had butter in my backpack, I would lightly butter, but I am definitely cooking some Tiny Mike.
All right. I will assume you have butter.
Donna, meanwhile, is going to sneak up to Valdry and very carefully try and stuff some snow in his trousers.
Stealth?
Oh, he's asleep. He's asleep still.
So Valdry wakes up.
Ah! What's going on?
Brilliant.
Got attacked by a snow monster. Quick, it's in your trousers. Take them off.
Awesome. Inspiration Ghana.
I think I'm already inspired. Thank you.
GSD Media has said snowballs, and I'm not sure.
Oh. GSD Media has been in the Pungeon a lot tonight. I think there needs to be a special level of the Pungeon for him.
You've just graduated to level 2 of the Pungeon. So Valdry, you're now awake.
Yes, Valdry's going to start flinging lightning around.
Oh yeah, the alarm clock.
just to anything within range.
Well, technically I'm the closest thing, so I'm a bit worried.
Are you
here.
actually going to hit Ghana with the lightning?
He's firing at the nearest thing.
That's me.
Oh, you actually just have to succeed on the strength saving throw.
I have to succeed on a strength saving throw. This is going to be really bad. I know my strength saving throws are really, really good, but I know this is going to fail.
Do you also have advantage because you were enraged?
No, I'm not enraged anymore. I've been
you succeed.
I succeed. I withstand your electricity, and I raise you more snow.
While you lot are having a snowball fight, and Anurin is cooking mushrooms.
Felicia does turn around and casts Thaumaturgy, which I can't say, and changes the flame color to purple.
Okay, great. You're cooking mushrooms on a purple flame.
You see my skill at cooking? I have changed the flames.
Roll deception.
So Felicia goes, that was me?
I got an 18.
You got an 18. Felicia, roll persuasion.
Go back to...
Yeah, everyone believes it was Brian. Anurin, rather.
Oh.
10 copper pieces.
Garlic.
10 copper pieces rain down about the room, wherever there was a tiny mushroom.
Valdry's just going to look up and go, there's coins raining down? Did you fight? There were these mushrooms. That wasn't my dream, was it? The mushrooms?
Oh, that was all a dream. This is all a dream.
No, don't worry. We even collected a drawing for you. And in the snow, I'm going to draw what looks like the shape of a two-headed mushroom-like figure.
Appendage.
Careful how you phrase that one. Apparently thou shalt not embarrass
we have a
thine
drawing
wife.
for you.
Valdry's going to kick some snow over it.
Gosh,
Shall
you've all
we each
woken
hit
up
a couple
in
coins? Take 2 copper apiece. It seems to be the fair thing to do.
2 copper.
You also will have 50 more XP.
Each?
Yes.
That gives us 295.
Yes.
I assume Aleph is still looking for her father, and he's seen the footsteps.
Yes.
And that he was trying to get into this room over here.
Yes.
So Felicia's going to run after him as well.
Just a quick self-serving question. We're only 5 XP away from leveling up now, aren't we?
Mm-hmm.
Can we put in a request to steal Valdry's XP for not being in that fight?
No. Because
Ah.
he started in the fight, even if he was put to sleep in the first round.
I had a much more fulfilling experience while I lay there, fast asleep, dreaming of mushrooms dancing around me. Broadened my world's perspective. It was rudely interrupted by some slow.
Yeah, very rudely interrupted. Okay, so what are A11 and Felicia doing?
Aleph is going to look into here, walk in and look around.
Okay. Perception check.
Perceptional with Aleph's. Perception.
Cool.
Oh, 18.
18. Let me just find my notes because I'm pretty sure you find something.
Is it my father?
Great.
Or Aleph's father?
Oh man. I've left that bit out of my notes. It's on the map, but not in my notes. Great. I'm
We
gonna
don't know what we found.
You find right underneath the back corner, underneath a
100
bunch
gold.
of vines and brambles and broken stuff, is a chest.
Chest. It's a chest.
Excuse me while I figure out what's in that chest. It's such a good thing I've got tables.
As long as it's not a mimic.
It's not a mimic.
It's
Alyssa
not
will
yet.
look around as well in case she finds something.
Is that to give me time to roll?
No, not at all. Felicia's looking at the back of Alev's.
Yeah, Felicia just basically sees Alev looking around a room.
Felicia turns around. There's footsteps on the snow. She's still a bit annoyed that her purple fire was just taken by somebody else.
Fair enough. Great.
While they're searching the room,
Yeah.
does Anurin have any spare mushroom? Valdry is quite hungry. And you look
Oh,
like
I
you
will
were
share
making
my
a nice
mushroom.
meal.
Yeah, do
With-
we I might have missed this. Have the slow mics that have been cooked? Are they edible? Has anyone tried this yet? Or can I do a nature check to see if they're...
Feel free to do a nature check.
Yeah, I can't say I'm any good
Unless
at nature.
Anurin is eating them already.
Valdry was already going to start eating them if
Oh,
possible.
I've got a 16.
I'm totally
Okay.
cutting up pieces right now, about to serve.
They look exactly like a normal field mushroom that grows outside the pyramid, but with arms and legs.
And slightly bigger, I imagine.
Slightly bigger, yes.
Cool. Okay, I'm totally okay with eating it then. Does this mean we can add them as rations to our party? Like, if we've cooked them up?
They're not
Can we
that big. It's like a
okay.
snack.
Okay.
But are they delicious now that I've garliced them up?
They
Fire.
smell wonderful.
Oh, the LBs are here again. Hi. Everyone's just feasting on mushrooms.
Hey!
Are they magic mushrooms?
Yes.
Or are they magic mics?
No magic mics.
Oh. That would go along
So
with
the
my vicious
pungent-
mockery.
Trying to find a list of
Does
spells.
Aleph find a shoe? He's looking for a shoe.
No.
No shoe.
No shoes.
No shoe, only some shrooms.
Gosh. I will be with you in a moment. Are you opening that chest, or are you waiting for me to say that you can open that chest? Just out of curiosity.
Aleph is opening that chest.
Great. You find 12 gold pieces and a spell scroll. And I will tell you in a moment what is on said spell scroll.
Aleph turns around to Felicia and say, "Do you want to share this gold?" And there's no one else in the room, so Felicia says, "Sure." I'm playing both characters. Great.
Playing
Great
both
minds think alike.
characters.
Literally.
Anyone else? There's no one else in the room.
Nope.
There's no.
We're not in them.
Great.
I was actually thinking of suggesting initiating a short rest scene as we're cooking mics and all that, just to get the health back up.
Can if you wish.
Is everyone else cool with that?
Yeah. Well, we're over here opening chests, so.
Okay, the scroll has Featherfall on it,
Featherfall. Nice.
Featherfall. Which is a bard spell, so Anurin can use it.
Cool.
It allows you to fall gently, like fire, one might say. It's the wrong stream for that one, isn't it?
Mhm.
Yes.
Yes. Oh. Morkan is not here.
No more can.
Alev is going to come back and give the scroll to. We'll go. I found the chest. Sorry. I have no idea what voice. I found a chest with a scroll in it. Anyone want it says something. I don't know if he reads or not, but the scroll is here.
Let me take a look. Perhaps I can identify what that is.
I can't.
Alev, give it to him.
Was that all that was in the chest? That's not very much for a whole chest.
There was definitely the scroll in it.
That was not that did not fully answer my
Would you
question.
like to make a deception check, please?
Alev. 13.
If you're challenging that, do you want to make an insight check, please?
Insights.
You believe him. Whichever one's talking.
Fair enough. Bit of a bizarre chest.
Yes, but very useful. This apparently is a scroll. One which I can read. It may be useful to me in the future.
What does it
it's
do?
A scroll of feather fall, in case any of us need to ever rapidly descend from a place in a pyramid with stairs.
Currently.
Oh, you just wait. Right, I can
It's
probably get rid of
scary
town
when
order
the
now,
gem
can't
laughs.
Great. Are you taking a short rest then?
Yeah, I need a short rest because I'm close to half health now.
Unless the bard heals you,
Felicia-
or the cleric. You do have healing spells.
We're not in
Oh.
any rush.
And the LBs have told us all to take a drink.
There we go.
cheers.
Take a drink, take a short rest.
I love the mug.
Huzzah, smacketh.
Merchandising.
This pyramid has pretty much everything you can imagine in it that's going to try and kill these players. So when I say you just wait, it's just like, yeah. Just don't assume you're not going to need it.
So are we doing short break? Are we?
I have no idea.
rest?
Are you healing each other or are you...
I was thinking just a short rest, just as, there's nothing else in the immediate vicinity. We're not in any rush to go forward. Why waste a spell slot?
Yeah,
It's only
because
like
there's a spell slot.
Yeah, okay. On a short rest, I think I get my bardic inspirations back, maybe.
Bard was just gonna yawn and go, I could do with a rest.
Is it D6 you get back for
It's your hit dice.
Oi, barbarian, what is my hit dice?
It should be in the center of your character sheet.
Should be in the
Well-
center of my character sheet.
Yeah, just below your current hit points.
Oh right, D12.
T12. Wow.
I mean,
That's my
Yeah.
my hit dice, yeah?
Yep.
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. So I just need to roll a D12, do I?
Yeah.
Mhm.
And do you add anything to it?
I don't know. I might. I don't know the rules for short rest very well.
Is it plus your constitution?
I mean, I guess so. It just says hit points at first level, 12 plus your constitution modifier.
Try just clicking on hit dice. It might just do it.
Did it do anything?
No.
Oh,
Yes.
And
What
okay,
did it do?
it added your constitution.
Oh, there we go. And I got 4. Oh, that is rubbish. That doesn't even get me back up to full. It gets me back to 1 away from full, but still.
Well, if there's a bard around that could maybe inspire the healing.
Oh, you can't.
Don't I have a
Doesn't
red
work
mushroom
like
still?
that.
A healing mushroom which just does 1.
I don't know. You ate quite a lot of the mushrooms between you.
No, I have 1 purple mushroom still. But I don't think the purple ones were the healing ones.
No. You have
No.
used 4 of the red and 1 of the purple, which means you have 1 red left and 4 purple left.
Who's got the other red mushroom? Can
Nobody?
you lend it to me?
It's an important sample.
I'm going to glare at Baldry. I'm
Well,
taking
gonna
the
try and go,
snowball
"I'm sorry."
threateningly.
By the way, during the short rest, Felicia is at the door keeping an eye on things.
Okay.
You know, speaking of samples, Valdry, what is the name of this village you come from?
That's a very good question. I seem to not be awake enough to remember it.
Ah, but I think I know where you are from, and I have been there in my travels. I do remember your people. Now, it's really important that we know that you are from a group of great thinkers. And these thinkers, they have to experience and see. Here, I've written a small limerick for you.
Oh.
A tinker seeks knowledge in heaps. In drawings, this knowledge he keeps. A bard he helped. In panic, bard yelped. With small mushrooms, the tinker now sleeps. Sorry about that. So, there I was, in your village. And that's when I realized your people really are not very creative. Because you're so keen on intellect. Now, let me tell you, this was the most popular song at the time that I visited your people. Don't step on my balls. This, just repeated over and over again, followed by its sequel song, Don't break all my tools. And the ever creative, very popular around the campfire, Don't poop in my bed. This is the people you come from. I know. Great thinkers, but terrible lyricists. I imagine you can see why.
That sounds very much like home. Yes, you've obviously been there.
I
Yes,
should warn
so-
you're being rule 1'd again in the chat.
You're being rule number 1 again. Yeah, I'm not going to enforce rule 1. Do I have to enforce rule
DMs are
Okay.
all powerful.
1?
So,
Maybe we should make it a thing which can be used for bits in the chat. Rule 1 gets enforced if you put enough bits in.
Oh, I don't have to. Oh, great. Awesome.
By the way,
I
I
thanks for the
decided
follow,
to.
real unskilled.
Oh, awesome.
Oh,
And yeah,
hey.
rule number 1 is that I should not embarrass
Thou
thine
shalt
wife.
not embarrass thy
Thou
wife.
shalt not embarrass thine wife. Yeah.
Rule 2 is that she gets to decide what embarrasses her.
Yep.
Rule 3, she doesn't have to be present for it to be invoked.
Yeah.
Apparently, it's been a thing through my life that was necessary.
Yeah.
It's
It
a
didn't
well
take
thought
me
out
long to
set.
work out that's quite yeah. I'm not surprised that rule exists.
So, there I was in your village, town, camp, cave place.
Thing.
It's a
And
mighty citadel.
decided that they needed to hear what real lyrics should sound like. And I recalled a song from some ancient bards that I once knew. They were a quartet of bards. And this was their song. I have a lover when I'm a lover in need. She got so sweet soul. And she teach me how to sing. Shows me colors when there's none to see. Gives me hope when I can't believe that for the first time I feel love. I have a brother when I'm a brother in need. I spend my whole time running. He spends his running after me. When I feel myself going down, I just call and he comes around. But for the first time, I feel love. My father is a rich man. He wears a rich man's. Gave me the keys to his kingdom coming. Gave me a cup of gold. He said, I have many mansions, and there are many rooms to see. But I left by the back door, and I threw away the key. Yeah, I threw away the key. I threw away the key. For the first time. For the first time, I feel love.
Yay!
Superb.
That was you
Yes,
too,
that was
wasn't
by a quartet of bards. Paul, Dave, Larry, and Adam. You too might be able to look this up in the documents of history. The singer was said to have a bono vox, which I believe is an infernal language meaning good voice.
You have inspiration.
Can I get an extra point of healing from that?
All right then.
Yay! Back to full health. I've been inspired by the songs of you two.
And do we get 5 experience points each?
Oh, that would be neat.
No.
Oh. Right. Ghana, on realizing that, instantly goes out the room and is going to find the next thing to kill.
Before
Yeah.
Anurin moves, after finishing playing, another gold piece appears in the air, falls in front of your loot.
Woo!
Oh,
I, as a
the goddesses have once again applauded. And I will take the coin, I will look at it. Taste it. It's a good one.
All right, you have taken a short rest.
Awesome.
cool.
I guess we probably should leave this room. I mean,
Yeah, at some point. This room has been good to us, but now we must go on. Should we
Aleph
try
go-
this locked door by here, if it's locked?
Aleph gets here and goes, "Father or Dad?" Dad is the what he says.
Do you want to go
locked.
first?
Oh, what do you mean you're trying to open it? It is.
Who is it? Valdry. Have you got your lock tools? And I'm going to step aside. I don't feel like using my boot just now.
Valdry is going to look at the door and investigate.
Felicia is going to look down the corridor to the left. I'm just changing people around. Is there a corridor down to the left?
There is a corridor around to the left. Would you like me to reveal it?
Please.
Pay more attention, shouldn't I, really?
Doesn't see much. She rolled a 4.
You see a corridor with more footprints and another door. And just so you know, there is a door
to the south as well.
There's a door here. There is a door here. And there is a door here.
Map. Ooh, there's 3 doors.
So Valdry's investigating the door in front of him.
Okay, on a 9, you notice that it is a locked door identical to the other door here and the other door here.
Okay, he's going to try and open it with thieves' tools. Does he have thieves'
Okay.
tools? Yeah, he does.
Just because you've probably really forgotten, there is a key in this door.
Oh, yes.
Because that happened last stream.
Valdry rolled a 12 on a perception. I don't think he noticed.
Because it was Aleph who opened the door.
It was Anna that opened the door, yeah. So
I'm going to carry on trying to pick it. Thieves' tools. How do they work? I can't remember.
Wouldn't Nate have noticed the rattling of the door?
would a what have noticed the rattling of the door?
An 8 would have noticed any keys when Felicia was in the room with Aleph.
What other keys?
No, the key in the door.
You'd have noticed the key in the door because the key's in the door.
Okay.
I'm not going to make you make a check to notice a key in a door. That's why I told you all.
Yeah. So Felicia takes the key and holds it up to Valdry as he's trying to open the door.
Okay.
So there.
He's concentrating on the door.
Right. Are you going to make a thieves' tools check?
He rolled a 15. I'm trying to work out
15.
what that does to proficiency.
You add 2 for proficiency unless your character does something extra.
I'm trying to work out what check it is for disarm.
It's not disarm, it's unlock. It's just thieves'
Or
tools.
unlock. It's disarm the door. Yeah, it adds proficiency to whatever your normal check is.
Yeah. I thought it was dexterity.
Which is Dex, yeah.
Okay. In that case, it's an 18.
You successfully unlock the door.
I look up and see Felicia with the key and go, that might work for this.
Yes, but we have now allowed you the opportunity to be successful, thus building confidence in your skills.
That's very kind of you. I'm going to lock it again and we can check the key. I rolled a nat 20. I'm just locking it.
Okay.
Step back away from the door. Does the key work?
Are you trying the key in the door?
I give the key to Valdry.
Oh, okay. Thank you. I'll now try the key.
The key works.
Oh, this works as well. Very good. I'll keep this. I'm going to pocket the key and I'm going to listen at the door before I open it.
Would you like to make a perception check then, please?
12... 11.
You're not very wise, are you? You hear a slight crackle of fire.
It sounds warm on the other side of this door.
There might still be bits of Tiny Mike in the other room if we need.
That could be good. Let's have a look.
Right,
I'm going to open the door.
Okay. You reveal.
Oh, this looks very cozy.
We could have taken a short rest in here.
Does anyone want a long rest?
Right. Hold on, let
Someone
me
check
find
if
my
Dopey, Sleepy, and Doc are still around.
notes.
Aleph goes in and goes, Dad!
The room is empty of people, but just let me. What have I got a description for this room? It is a warm room with a fire. On the desk, you notice an old journal with the initials TC embossed on the cover. The beds are all made, and in between some of the beds are chests. And it is a warm, cozy room.
What a warm, cozy room.
Valdry's immediately going to go to the journal and pick it up and
Okay.
see what it is.
It's been used for what looks like a journal, like a proper journal, diary style journal. It's written in Elvish, but most of the pages are missing.
Does anyone speak Elvish?
Yes, but I can't read.
Correction. Can anyone read Elvish?
Aleph can.
Ah,
No, except I'm not sure he can read.
never fear.
Garner's going to lie down
Anurin
on a bed.
knows many languages.
Awesome.
Anurin,
And this is one.
would you like to investigate this journal?
Yes, I was not going to investigate that chest whatsoever. I was coming over here. So,
All right. You open up the journal, and the first part of it chronicles someone's entry into the pyramid. But you notice that page 5 is missing, and you happen to have a page 5.
I do.
Yes. It fits. It's the page. You have page 5 of this journal.
Look, my friends, I've made a discovery.
Was that
Was that the note which said something cryptic on it?
Yes.
Circle 8, I5, Web 7?
Yes.
I
Does
shall
it make
put
any more
the page
sense now?
back in the journal.
It doesn't make any more sense now because pages 6, 7, 8, and onwards are also all missing.
So we have pages 1, 2,
Apparently
3,
page
4,
2 is
5?
the raunchiest page.
No, that's actually page 3. If we're talking about the sun. Yeah,
So-
it's just a journal. So it covers the rooms that you've already been through to begin with. So it covers tiny mics and slow mics and...
So
Is
we
there
have a journal
anything-
which would have helped us earlier.
I've an idea. You seem to like documenting your journeys. Perhaps I should give you this journal, and you can chronicle our adventures.
Valdry
Nope,
says,
better left
I will
for me,
happily
it's
do a
okay,
comic
it's-
of it. You can do the words. I'll do the comic.
Very good. You draw. I shall annotate.
Superb.
Awesome.
Starting with the tiny mics, there I was, standing amidst the snow falling all around. I, in my glorious cape and outfit, standing, the sun beating down. Yes, I know we're indoors. Don't worry about it. It's dramatic. And there they were, like small things, appendages that actually
Maconids.
smacked me.
You're looking for the word Maconid.
Yes, Maconid. Yes,
Does it just
exactly
appear in the
that.
journal? The word okay.
And we did smite them. Sometimes they need a little smacking around. Beat it out of them.
Awesome. What are you doing?
Aleph leans down and looks under each bed, going, Dad!
Aleph doesn't find his father.
Garner's just lying on a bed, relaxing until everyone's ready to move on.
Okay.
He's just chilling.
I'm going to.
Lee's just going to
here.
investigate beds.
I'm going to go to that chest.
There are two. There's one here. Oh, I'm not on the right.
I'm looking at
Investigation.
this
Felicia does
one.
not see much other thing other than a cozy bed. There's one there and there's one there.
I am investigating the one further south.
Okay.
Not that I'm very smart. Ha-ha!
You managed to get
What do
to
I
20.
discover?
Whereabouts on that one? It looks like a normal chest. It looks much like the others. It's a little bit bigger than the other ones have been.
Then I shall open it.
Inside, you find 2 hand axes and a wooden token picturing a cloak.
Excellent.
So the hand axes are real. The other one
The
is
hand axes are real, and there's also a wooden token picturing a cloak.
And Aleph is going to investigate the other one because Felicia's still confused about the bed.
Okay.
So
8.
The other one also looks like a chest.
Aleph's going to open it.
Great.
It's not a mimic, is it?
No. It does set off a trap.
Oh.
It does the shocking grasp spell. So does Aleph have metal armor? Shocking grasp spell, yeah. I should probably find out what that is.
Leather armor.
Yeah, what does shocking grasp do?
Shocks you.
Mm.
Tingles a little bit.
Oh, you have advantage if the target is wearing armor. It works either way. I'm going to make a melee attack. And I got a 2, so you're fine.
You sound really disappointed about that.
Yeah, maybe just a little.
Well,
Right.
you protected Aleph because I put him in
Yeah.
danger.
That's true. So, in chest number 1 is a wooden token with a potion on it, another 12 gold pieces, and another one of those slightly larger wooden circles with a protruding snowflake design on it, like the one where you found earlier that had a leaf on it, and then you used it as a door handle.
A snowflake.
This one has a snowflake on it.
Felicia goes, "Can I have that snowflake key? It's a bit pretty." And because I'm controlling Aleph, he gives it to her.
Awesome.
So while I hold up the 2 hand axes out of this chest in one hand, Ghana, I believe you're missing a pair of these. I'm going to, with the other hand, pocket the other thing.
Sleight of hand button, please. Unless no one else is paying attention. Anyone else paying attention?
Garner's
I got
too
a
interested in
19.
hand axes. He's going to be sort of instantly, oh, yes, I need some of those. And he's going to dig out 10 gold coins. No, is it? How much does he sell his hand axes for?
It was
I think
10
he
gold
sold them
coins,
for
I think.
10.
It was so you could
Yeah,
get back
he's
in
going
again.
to dig out 10 gold coins and give them to Anuin for the axes.
Oh, no. I need no payment. This is for the betterment of the entirety. Therefore, they are my gift to you.
Thanks.
Quite welcome.
And he shrugs up the money and then stows them away.
Awesome.
Did you say
Right, I'm
Aleph
assuming-
found 12 gold pieces as
I
well?
also found 12 gold pieces, yeah.
And
And a wooden token with a potion on it.
yes, I've made the note of the wooden token. Sorry, too many things. Offers to share the gold out. There's 12. There's 5 of us.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I'll
2
take some
each.
gold.
2 each. And Alex keeps 4.
Seems
Well,
like
makes sense to me.
A very unfair division to me.
Well, he does need to buy a new boot. It
That's
is beginning to smell.
But Valdry is going to investigate the desk. He's just looking for more pens, basically.
Okay. The desk has pretty much nothing else on it. There's a few ink stains where someone has clearly been sitting at it writing, but nothing else there.
Nothing else there. No. Worthless desk.
I'm going to investigate the fireplace.
Okay. With an investigation check, or?
Theoretically, I learned how to turn my character, so I was doing that.
Okay.
All right, investigation. Why do I keep thinking this guy's smart? 12.
It's a normal fireplace, burning merrily. It seems to be, if you look at it for long enough, you notice that it's not really burning the fuel. It's like it's burning magically.
Yeah.
Felicia is going to look
happens-
at the fire and see a nearer nid and make the flames purple again.
Ah, I'm glad you were paying attention to the last time I did that.
Roll deception again.
Oh, yeah, it's alphabetical, isn't it?
Yeah. so
16.
people still believe you're making the purple flame.
Felicia started to question herself if she was the one or not.
Cool. Can I do a general investigation on the room to see if there's anything out of place?
Yeah.
21.
It's a normal bedroom.
Cool. It's all right then.
You are pretty sure you have found everything there is to find. Just because you guys seem to be complete and utter completionists.
What's under the carpet?
I've an
I
idea.
wonder.
Let's burn the carpets.
We do want to cook the rest of these mushrooms.
Felicia goes, "There's a fire right there."
You're
But
just
it's
going to trash the
purple.
place.
With the magic fire, what happens if I try and take out a log?
You
Ooh.
burn your hands.
Shan't do that.
DSD Media's just asked, if you burn the pyramid, do you win? No.
There's only one way to find out.
No, you don't.
Alev is going to move on to this door.
Okay.
Is this one locked as well?
No. There is no lock on that door.
Cool. Perception.
Garner's going to follow out and make sure
You can
that.
tell it's a door.
I'm
Good.
staying near Garner.
Alev goes, there's a door here. Do we want to go this one too? There might be another bedroom.
There might be another dad.
Ah,
Oh, a dad.
Garner's
He
going to,
opens the door.
Garner's.
Okay.
Oh, okay. He's already opened
Too
the
late.
door. Fine.
Right. You see
You-
this,
uh,
but you also see that there is a room beyond. So this thing here,
I see.
oh gosh, this thing here is like a gate, but it has been broken and is tumbled down, so you can't get through it. But you can see that there is stuff beyond that is also broken. There is a fire there, and this room it's still cold and it's still kind of icy, but it's been trampled. Someone has been walking back and forth all over this room, and there are because there's fire in here, there are slightly icy puddles here and there.
I like not the look of these puddles.
Browser's just going to go in and do a perception check, just see if he can see anything.
Okay. It's an icy room with puddles.
It's cold and empty in here. Let's move on.
Yeah.
But
I see
wait.
nothing of value here.
We should go see what is beyond.
You said-
Maybe there are pages from this journal. that we may need. So Anir is going to, with a flourish of his cloak, he walks over and strides confidently here and then here.
Yeah. Okay.
What have you activated? What?
You go back to there, please. You
Right,
step in one of the
okay.
puddles, and
Which is what I'm trying to think of. What is this? A plume? A puddle ooze? Because whenever we step on anything, it's some kind of ooze. It is. It is a puddle ooze. It's a
It's
plume.
It's a
snooze.
snooze.
It's the
It's a
snow ooze.
Oh, I knew they existed.
And it basically latches onto your boot and tries to suck it off.
Angry snow
Yeah.
Are they asleep?
Do just
Roll for
snoozing.
initiative.
Roll initiative, eh?
Roll for initiative.
Token select.
You need to clear the turn order.
Oh, no, you can just do it over the top.
Oh, very good. I didn't know that.
Cool. Done. For both characters. Where can I get the ooze? Asking for a friend.
Where can I get an ooze? I said, oh, yeah. That was more innocent in my head.
Did you see how good I was about not commenting?
Yeah, I literally only just realized.
Yeah, so I don't want this to make me barefoot like Aleph.
Oh, I'm not meant to laugh out loud, am I? Right. Felicia, you are going first.
So this is going first. Cool. She's at the back. The Felicia's going to. She's got healing spells, spending spells. Can she see the oozes? Snoozes?
Sort of. You can tell that the puddles are now moving. Icy puddles are now moving.
I see puzzles moving. She's going to smash them. She's going to come in, assuming everyone allows in. And she's going to smash them because snow is sacred. 13 to hit.
13.
She's going to pull down her mace and try to hit Snooze one.
That does hit.
13. 5 bludgeoning damage.
Awesome. You basically kind of splash a bit up into the air, and like this kind of slightly gooey, icy snow just kind of flings off.
Snow goes everywhere.
Like
Or
slime,
slush.
but white. This isn't getting any more innocent sounding, is it?
No.
No.
Great. Should have thought that through before I made these ones.
Do the boots go to the same place as socks when the washing machine?
Yes, there's a sock monster hiding in your washing machine. Okay, the other one is going to attack Anurin. Does a 14 hit?
No.
Your boot is fine then.
Aha! My
For now, at
dancing
least.
feet.
Ghana.
It's a dancing queen.
Ghana, is it easy enough to get in? Still with everyone.
Yeah.
Garner's going to go in and once I get to here, though, I can't get out of without Snooze 2 making an attack on me. So I guess I have to go at Snooze 2.
You have to let go for us to see where you end up.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I'm going to go this side of him and then swing at Snooze 2.
Yep.
And that will be, let me just find where my, good grief, where's my great sword gone? There it is. That's a no.
Yeah, that doesn't. Oh no, actually, no, that does hit.
Oh,
That
oh
does
wow,
hit.
these things are rubbish.
Well, they're just
Yay.
puddles. They're not exactly hard to hit.
I was going to say, how do you miss the ground?
You had training earlier.
Right.
Right, I am not. There we go, 14.
Awesome.
Almost max damage.
Yeah.
Almost.
That is a pretty good hit. Again, more of the snow ooze goes flying. And you're in.
Aha!
You're in a puddle.
With my
You're in the
dancing
puddle, yeah.
feet, I'm going to dance sideways while flourishing my rapier, looking at the puddle. And I will yell, "Get me off! Get off me!"
That definitely hits.
By the way, it's also 9:30 and we haven't taken a 5-minute break.
Do people want to take a break there?
Should we kill these things first, then do it? I imagine it can't take too long.
I just did 9 damage to the ground.
This won't be as quick as you think it will.
Because
One
it
of these
probably takes.
snoozes.
Because slashing snow.
Yeah, piercing a puddle probably is not very effective.
No comment.
Should we finish the round at least?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Baldry.
Baldry is just going to hit the snooze with a hammer.
Okay. You succeed.
Yeah, that doesn't roll the damage. I need to change something, don't I? Does 5 damage.
Was that splashes?
You hit more of the snow ooze and splatter the bottom of your shoes. Toes of your shoes.
Yeah.
Huzzah
have-
splasheth indeed.
Someone had lightning earlier in the
Elif.
fire. Elif, that's me again.
Yes.
Sorry. What can she do? He do. No spells. Shoot an arrow into it. Into a puddle. $14 to hit a puddle.
That hits. And which one are you aiming for? 1 or 2?
2.
2.
As in he's leaning around Valdery and shooting at the puddle.
Okay.
1d8 plus 2. Piercing damage.
You do.
9.
You have managed to actually finish off that puddle.
With an arrow.
You actually did like almost 40 damage between you all.
We are mighty,
Mhm.
mighty adventurers.
Thought you would get through this fast.
Snooze and you lose.
And the other one is going to attack Felicia. Because you're there. 6. I'm assuming that does not hit.
Yo, not
No.
even close. You
Not
need
even
3
close.
times as much to hit.
There's
No.
no way they can beat
Yep.
us.
Okay.
No way.
Awesome. I think we should take a break there, or we won't take a break.
Yeah.
Okie dokie.
Okay,
Let's do it.
cool. She'll be back shortly.
See you in a sec.
Awesome. Right. Do you want to run an ad, Bear, or do we want to talk first and then run an ad? You listening? You there?
Sorry, I was passing a jug of water to David.
David. Okay.
I'll run the 30-second ad now.
Okay. Awesome.
So
Yeah, I've just
it's running
realised
now.
that they were meant to corrode your weapons. I completely forgot.
Oh, thank you,
Wolfsong. Thank you for subscribing again. Yay! That means we've been
awesome.
an affiliate for a month.
Yes. Very cool.
Which means anyone that gifted their Prime Gaming subscription really early on can now do so again.
Yeah.
Oh.
Did that early in the stream.
Yep. Oh, awesome. I just totally missed that.
No, it didn't appear for some reason. So.
I'll have to actually get on my computer because I had trouble doing that with my phone last time. I don't think you can do it with your phone.
You can just about do it. But it came up on my screen in a weird way. And I can write a message if I wanted to. 2 months anniversary.
Oh, okay.
Maybe I'll do that now. With the ad is finished. Welcome
Awesome.
back to non-subscribers.
Yeah. Awesome. Yay! Thank you, everyone, subscribing.
It does make it fun.
Brian, would you like to talk about what you're doing tomorrow? Oh, you did bits.
Hey, bits, bits,
That's
bits,
what
bits.
you were doing.
Okay, so tomorrow I am involved in a play reading of a new work. It's with a group called Imprint Theater Works. It is based here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. It's an annual play festival that they do for new works called the First Impressions Festival.
Mm-hmm.
And there are, I believe, 8 different scripts being read. I am narrating a sort of spooky, ghosty thriller kind of story. And so tomorrow at 7:00, we will begin with like an introduction half hour. And then starting at 7:30, I will be narrating.
That's 7:30 your time.
Yes. Those are Central Time. I keep forgetting. For those of you who are in the UK,
that's actually 5 hours later. Currently.
Yeah, if you have nothing else to do at midnight. And can't sleep, why don't you hear a scary story to help put you to bed?
Yeah. But there are people watching in the US too, so
yeah,
8:30 or 8 for the beginning of the chat,
right?
And then 8:30 for the beginning of the story. Is that right?
If that's East Coast? Eastern time, Eastern. Yeah. Central Time, where I am, it's 7:30. Okay. But yeah. So I'm doing that, and
I think Bear posted the link.
Oh, awesome. Thank you. And then I have another project I got cast in, but I can't announce that one yet.
Secrets.
So another famous bard that I must...
Is that one I know about?
I think I sent you my audition to hear.
That one. Okay. Awesome.
Can I roll intimidation to see if we can get him to talk?
No.
Aw.
Yeah,
so that's what's going on.
Bear rolled it anyway. It doesn't work. Well, I suppose, Brian, you could decide if that works. He rolled an 18.
I'm quite intimidated. I almost did things in my pants.
Keep it secret. Keep it safe.
Yep.
Awesome. By the way, when I post the link, for some reason it didn't do the whole link, so you probably need to copy and paste it because it didn't highlight it all together, essentially.
That's a bit weird.
But if you click on it and then add the last little bit, it should work.
Right.
Ooh. GSD Media thinks he's accidentally gifted a subscription.
Yeah.
But
I have no idea how it works.
No.
yeah.
I don't know how the gift subscription thing works, so no idea.
I think someone needs to claim the gift or something. But I don't know how.
No idea. Who knows?
I'll find out for you by next stream next Monday.
Keep it secret, keep it safe. Yes.
Yes. That cat is now saying rule 1, rule 1.
On that note, should we go back to
Yes,
destroying
let's
puddles?
carry on playing. Felicia, feel free to carry on trying to destroy a puddle.
Felicia, having seen that hitting a puddle with a mace is not that effective, she's going to call down, "In Mia's name, flame on!" And the snowflake shape falls down and in fire form. And this is a dexterity save of 12.
Fire on snow. This could be good.
It gets 17.
So absolutely nothing happens. The flame comes down. Snowflake in the form of snowflake.
And
I
misses.
assume.
It hits just to the side of the puzzle, and you've been branded as snowflake shape in the snow.
I made snowflake.
I have no idea what Rule 6 is. Is that a reference to something else?
Not
It's
in
rare
reference.
for me not to get a reference, but I don't get that reference. Anyway,
Yeah.
is that all you're doing this year?
It's all I can do.
Okay. Garner then.
I'm just going to have a quick look at my. Okay, that's not gonna work.
There is no Rule 6. Okay. I don't know why I missed that reference. I should have got that reference.
I'm having really sort of vague things of trying to use fire here and using the fire that's in the room to attack the snooze, but it's going to take my entire. It would take
You
my
would
action.
have to light something, which would take an
Yeah.
action.
Can you pick up an ooze?
Try it.
Yeah, why don't you have a try?
Yeah, no. If a DM says that something's doable, it probably isn't. We seem to be doing well enough by fighting the thing. I don't know why I'm being silly trying to throw a snooze into the fire, but it would look cool. But I bet I'd fail dramatically. What do I go with? Do I go?
It would be a grapple check, I guess.
Yeah. It'd be a grapple, and I guess it would be. I'd have to take one turn lifting it and one turn throwing it, wouldn't I?
Yeah, yeah.
Which basically invalidates everyone else doing anything. So I'm just going to charge the snooze, and I'm going to hit it with my sword.
That hits.
Yay! I was getting worried, man.
Sorry, I was slightly distracted by the talk of Monty Python and a desire to burst into song singing "Always Look on the Bright Side of Death."
10.
I don't think I was the only one. Right, 10. Yes. You smoosh some more ooze. More ooze goes splattering and flying.
Woo.
And you're
Ole, wherefore seen? All right, so what do I want to? Perhaps I should try and make this thing sleep once again.
No.
It's all the creatures around you.
It affects everyone
No.
around you.
No.
Ah, Very good. I shall not do that. What I shall do is sally forth with inspiration given to me by the gods. I will charge up over here, wielding my rapier, and huzzah! Smacketh!
Splasheth?
Splasheth!
Huzzah, smacketh.
Stabbeth! Shanky shank! Pew!
8. You also splatter snow ooze everywhere. But there is still some left.
That's all I can do.
Awesome. Apparently, the cleaners have complained and will go on strike if you continue to sully things.
Sally, not Sully. Though in my time I have done that a time or two. But this time I said sally forth.
I thought that's what you said. I was a bit confused. Right, Valdry.
Valdry would like to whip the thing with lightning.
Fire and lightning.
That
Very
means
friendly.
it needs to
Towards
make a
you.
strength saving throw.
It must succeed on a strength saving throw or be pulled 10 feet in a straight line towards me.
You got 19.
That probably succeeds. So nothing happens.
And apparently, if Sally was 4th, who was 1st and 3rd? 1st through 3rd. Oh, you're really struggling to answer that question, aren't you?
Without being too rude.
Rule number 1.
What rating is up? What rating is our stream?
Mature. You can technically.
Leon never comes first.
Good answer.
I
A silver
assume
piece rains down from the piece in front of you and rains down at that answer.
And falls in the puddle.
Yes, it falls in the puddle.
Oh.
Jack was obviously first. Jack Skellington. Great. Sorry, what were we doing?
Valdry was trying to pull a puddle.
Yes, it didn't succeed. But Valdry was trying to pull a puddle.
Was indeed.
Right. I love.
Elev, that's me. Following the success from earlier with an arrow, he's going to shoot another arrow at the puddle and hope it disappears like sandstone. And that hits 16.
Yeah, that hits.
It's not a plant, right?
It's not a plant.
6.
6. You have pretty much almost decimated this puddle.
With an arrow.
Yeah.
Alav is going, I don't like puddles. They should be plants as well.
They're not. Oh, who is this one going to attack? Who hurt it last? It was Anurin, other than the arrow, wasn't it?
Probably.
Yes. It's going to attack Anurin.
Yes.
21.
Get off my boots! Ow!
It does 5 damage.
My friends! That bloody hat!
You have lost a boot.
And a boot!
Yep.
Alav goes, samesies.
Do we have opposite feet?
Ooh.
No,
We
I've
might get
I've
one
got 2
better
right
out of
feet.
this.
Are you right-handed or left-handed?
Right.
Okay. I'm pretty sure Kate is as well, in which case it is the same boot.
Oh, welcome Mikey to the chat. Hi guys.
Oh, hi, Mikey.
I'm going to suggest a boot timeshare there.
What if I
Awesome.
said I was left-handed? I'm quite handy with both. Been using
Ambidextrous.
both to stab with dagger and rapier. That's what I mean. Of
That's
course.
true. You have been doing that, but it's too late now.
The GM has spoken.
Mhm.
GM has spoken. Yes, then I'm actually really hurt. That really hurt.
Redeemed
ruined
hydrate.
things.
I'm so moved.
Alpha Gaming has redeemed hydrate.
We
Ah.
have, yes.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Alpha. I
Great.
need
Yeah.
this as I have a
Huzzah drinking.
ooze on my foot.
Felicia.
Felicia,
And hi, Alpha Gaming.
having been disappointed again, she summoned the Sacred Flames twice in this level, and both levels she hardly did anything with it. So she's just going to get annoyed and go, and smack with a mace. 19 with 6 bludgeoning damage.
You finish it off, but you spatter it so hard in your enthusiasm, you spatter it all over your face.
He lifts up and goes,
I believe you have some in your eye.
as Anurin is looking into Felicia's eyes, she makes them change color. It does sound wrong.
That just sounded really wrong. This dream isn't getting any better, is it?
Oh, I think it is.
Awesome. Right, you have finished smooshing the snooze. So
Right, come along then.
No, wait.
Experience points?
Yeah,
Experience
exactly.
points?
Because
That was meant to be a joke.
Yeah.
Right, okay. You get 40 XP each, and
335. And we are allowed to level up.
yeah, and 4 silver pieces rain out of the sky.
Shiny.
Yeah.
How much was the XP, sorry?
40.
40. That's 335 then now.
That's
If
40.
Hmm?
Sorry. We are at 335.
Don't confuse me. I am as bad at maths as my character is. I cannot be expected to keep up with numbers.
You are now able to level up, which is really cool because as soon as you guys hit the level and everything is all done, you hear like a little trumpet flare in the background, and a chest pops up and like spits out of the snow.
It's a spitting chest. Ah.
Are you a mimic?
Where does this chest appear? Over there.
And it's not like the other chests because this one on it has a little +1 symbol.
Ooh. Can I do an
Beware, my
investigation?
friends. Let me have a look. I'm going to investigate.
Everyone should gather around the chest and moving about so everyone can be around it.
And Nurin, you can tell that this chest seems to be slightly magical. And depending on which one of you is closer, the little picture on the top by the +1 changes slightly.
They're all
My
equidistant from
friend.
it.
When a Nurin is closer, it's a little loot. When the Garner is closer, it's a little axe. When Valdry is closer, it's a little pen. When Felicia is closer, it's a snowflake. And when Aelov is closer, it's a bow and arrow.
What happens when we're equidistant?
It just goes back to a +1.
Hmm.
Right. So here's what I suggest. Everyone back into a corner while I check it first to be sure that it's safe.
Valdry is not convinced by this.
Dex check.
Dex check. Deception check.
I think if anyone should check it safe, Valdry should.
Deception of 16. Is
Yes,
anyone
but it
going
is
to do
my
an
job
insight
to
check
keep you safe from yourself.
I don't feel I need to do an insight check to not want someone else to try and open it.
You're trying to decide if you believe that he thinks it's best for you.
Dex.
So far, you all believe.
I believe it's in my best interest, apparently.
What does Aleph think? Insight.
You all believe him.
But as an artificer, I don't believe he's the best person equipped to understand the chest. That's my entire motivation for not wanting to leave it alone.
No, I'm not saying that I will investigate to understand. I will give you that opportunity after I've made sure that it shan't harm us.
But how can you tell if you don't understand?
I will open it.
That's what I don't want to happen without understanding. That this is why I have an issue.
It is very British.
See,
all
my
this waiting
reasoning is on a
around.
higher intellect and my altruistic nature, far beyond your ability to comprehend as a gnome. See, my forefathers once upon a time told me that it was my fate and fortune to...
While they were discussing this,
Yeah.
Felicia rolled a 20 in dexterity to try and open the chest.
Great. As you get closer to it, it becomes a snowflake. And then you open the chest, and inside, trapped between two bits of glass, is a preserved snowflake.
Preserved snowflake.
Preserved snowflake. You can see the
I'd
full
take that.
crystal structure of a snowflake preserved
picked
between
up-
two bits of glass.
I assume there's nothing else in there. I picked
Just a
up
snowflake.
and walk away.
As you
looking
walk
at it.
away, the chest shuts itself again and goes back to a +1.
What happens when everyone else
fascinating.
goes near it again?
Exactly the same thing happens. Your picture, the little picture that corresponds to each of you, appears on the chest.
That's not what I expected.
It's
I was
most
hoping for
most,
boots.
most helpful.
Can Felicia go back and try to open it? Get close to it again.
If Felicia goes close to it, it doesn't change from the +1 and it does not open.
Ooh.
You can't get unlimited snowflakes.
No.
At this, Valdry is going to step back and go, would you like to try now then, Anura?
Will Alev's dad
Yes.
be in the chest?
Are you opening it and you're in?
I shall open it.
Inside, you find a new loot.
Shiny loot.
Mhm.
Look.
A brand new shiny loot.
A loot, not a boot.
I shall perform wonderful songs for you all on this. And I will take
Awesome.
out the lute and finger along the fretboards.
Yes, Anurin has looted a loot. Anyone else?
Valdry will wander up and open the chest as well.
You find an empty notebook.
Ooh, blank notebooks are the best.
Aleph, I guess he's going to open the chest and
He
check for his dad.
finds a green hat with a pheasant feather sticking out the back.
Green hat with a
Yes,
feather.
a green felt hat with a feather.
Is it exceptionally long feather?
Yes, it's a very long feather.
Is that everyone now, bar me?
Yes.
Ghana is going to inspect this door.
Which door? Sorry.
The one with the
That
gate
one?
with the
Okay.
fallen stuff.
It's broken in such a way that you can't move anything or get through particularly easily.
Okay,
But
when,
you
when
can
you say
see
it's
through
broken,
it.
is it wood? Is it like wood
No,
panels?
it's
What is
metal
it?
and stone, and it was clearly some kind of ornate gate at some point.
Right.
But it is completely and utterly busted. Almost like it's been slightly melted, like something destroyed it.
Okay, is it still sort of connected to the walls? Like, could I use? Is it sort of loose enough for me to maybe use a strength check to try and yank it or push it either way?
Not really, no.
Okay.
But you can see through it. There are gaps.
Right, what do I see through it? What do I see through this thing?
You see that, again, on the other side, there's something else that's been destroyed. It looks like some kind of, a bit like the pillars that pop up by the stairs when you get to the end of a level, but different. And there is a bunch of basically rubble around it. Something exploded and destroyed everything.
Do I also see, is this just my imagination, or is there another door leading into this from the side that I see?
There is another door here.
Okay, so we know that we can get into that from another way. That is fine.
Could you point at the door again? The stream couldn't see where it was.
There. I'll make it a little bit more obvious.
Cool.
Is Garner going to open the chest?
Not yet.
Okay.
Aleph will have.
I'm savouring the moment. It's not often I get to open chests, so.
Valdry's going to draw the chest in the notebook.
Okay. Anyone doing anything else? We are literally all waiting for Garner to open the chest.
Valdry's going to shout to Garner and go, "There's a chest you might want to open here."
Is the chest portable?
You'd have to try it.
I'll try picking up the chest.
You can't get it off the floor. It's like it's stuck to it.
Felicia is going. Alev is going to start going around and looking for his dad again. Is there anything else in this room? Did we check this room?
It's just the chest. You did kind of pretty much check it.
Alev going to start leaving the room. Felicia with him.
Does the chest become impatient with Garner and open in a huff? It might do. It might just walk off.
Okay, Garner's going to open the chest now.
You find a shield inside, but this isn't like a normal bog standard wooden shield. It has a wolf's head carved onto it.
I am going to have to note that.
And as soon as you take the shield, the chest closes and disappears back into the floor again.
Intriguing.
Let's turn into a puddle.
And you'll get to level up.
Yeah.
We can do that at the end of the stream since there's
not
that much left.
Yeah, doing it at the end of the stream.
Unless you come to a battle, in which case I will probably tell you might want to level up first.
Unexpected QTE.
Unexpected QTE? What does that mean? Unexpected QTE?
We're not very hot on our things today, are we? QTE. QTE.
Alev is going to look at this door.
That one?
Yeah.
Let's get rid of that.
Investigation.
It is a bog standard door, pretty much like the one you just went through. No lock?
No lock.
No lock.
Does Alev open? He is looking for his dad.
Garner can open it if you're worried.
Yeah, I don't want to hurt not my character.
Okay, Garner's going to get out his new metal shield, and then he's going to get out his other wooden shield and dual-wield shields as he opens the door and enters the room.
Awesome. Inspiration.
I'm
Yeah.
already inspired. So I've got my dual wield shields, so I am practically impenetrable at this point.
You find another room full of snow. The footprints have not come to this room. They seem to have avoided it. But you see in the middle of it, there is a pedestal. And on this pedestal are a bunch of little tokens. They're round, they are red, and each of them has something carved into them. And they're laid out on a grid.
Like a game.
Like a game.
I wonder
Or a
who would be
puzzle.
interested in a game or puzzle.
And hold on, let me just...
How many enemies did I put in this room? She
On,
thinks to herself.
on the little tokens
The gem is smiling. Yes.
on the pedestal, you see a shield, a heart, a circle, a star, an eye, a circle cut in half, a square, a cross, and a spider's web. And there are 9 tokens of each, but some of them are laid out on a grid,
page
and some of them are
5
just to the
say?
side.
You can see it in your journal, by the way.
Would you like to inspect the puzzle?
Well, we have to go in to do that first.
I don't
so
have page
May
5
I
in my
suggest
journal.
we
Garner's going to go in with his dual wielding
skip
shield
this
greatness.
and come back to it when we have other pages? Except that he went in.
Except that I went in.
Right, let's investigate. Aliv's dad, if you know anything, warn us.
You've seen my dad?
Just checking.
Right. Are
Everyone's
you
going
all
in.
where you wish to be?
Oh, no, that's
Uh,
worrying
to
that where we are matters.
Are you all going to inspect the puzzle? Because I need to move you.
Yes.
Because it's easier for you guys to move around tokens.
Oh my goodness, what the
You
heck
can
is
see
this?
them.
Well,
I'm going to try to show this on the stream.
You need to zoom out a little bit, yeah. This looks like whatever that Japanese puzzle is.
Killer Sudoku.
Yeah. Just need to know what the numbers are.
right.
Does Valdry get like a bonus for intelligence if he rolls
You
well?
are allowed to make intelligence checks if you like, and I will talk you through what you might know.
Intelligence or investigation?
It depends what you're trying to get information on.
Garner's going to pick up one of the tokens and bite it.
Which token?
Heart one.
From the side, or
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, that's fine. It's just a wooden token.
He's going to put it back.
Well,
Right.
Felicia rolled a 4 in intelligence and Aleph rolled a 6.
Brian and Valdry, you sort of recognize this kind of puzzle. You are meant to try and make numbers add up. But instead of numbers, you have tokens with pictures on. But you realize you can move the tokens that are on the puzzle already.
Ooh.
Just be careful to make sure you put them back.
Yeah. So this one here was on top of a M2. Can we write notes on this?
Yes.
Draw a
would you like me
shape.
to create you a note sheet so that you guys can make a
I
note?
was going to write on the square above it.
Yeah,
So
you could write notes on the screen if
That's
you
a
want to.
2.
Are
Badly
the
written too.
numbers? Are the numbers on this thing inscribed in to the puzzle?
The numbers underneath in red, yeah.
Yeah.
They are
Right.
part of the puzzle.
Garner then, because he can't read anyway, is going to just scratch his head at all this and is just going to have to sit on the sidelines because he cannot even interact with it
Okay.
beyond biting at puzzle pieces
Okay.
or just putting them down randomly, which he isn't going to do. So he's going to say, I'm leaving this to the professionals. I'm quite tempted to say that he's going to go and check out another room, but I feel that's going to divide the screens way too much.
Yeah,
So
please don't.
he's going to go and sit in a corner for a bit. and watch.
Right. So, if the circles...
Oh, someone is
8s.
writing in the numbers from the note, the journal note.
Ah, there's someone finally opened. I don't have the journal note. I did say
Oh.
ages ago. It annoyed
Oh,
me,
did you
but no one
not?
responded.
Journal
I
page
didn't have
5. It
it.
should appear in the handouts.
Yeah.
It doesn't, because I don't have Elvish, so you never gave it to me.
Oh, okay, that's a good point. It is an Elvish.
And I
only
can't
gave it to the
read.
people in Elvish. It says Circle 8, I5, Web
I5,
7.
Web 7.
That helps a lot.
Right. So, this square here, no, that one. So, the circle is an 8, which means we need to find a token that equals 1.
Which is one of
You
these
could
ones.
write a 1 in the box. So you don't have to memorize that.
What number is this shield?
The
As in
shield.
behind. It's the shield
That's
is
a 3.
3.
But
And we already know 2. Shield's a 1.
So we can also put this there.
correct. The second
Wait,
you
had-
put a piece on the puzzle that was not there before, the door slam closed.
And the master of the crystal maze outside says that we need to be given a crystal to get back out.
What number is
Hmm.
behind here? 10.
Right, this is the point I need to pull up the solution and make sure you're doing it right.
So that's a 1.
So, how did we decide that the shield is a 1?
Because you know
But-
what a 2 is and it has to add up to 3.
So
Yeah.
Those two
over,
boxes
right,
have to add up
yeah.
to 3.
So,
there's a 4 over here. We don't have a 4 yet. What's this I? 6. The I is a 5.
the eye is a 5.
So this goes there.
Oh, you've put 2 on there. 2 of you moved one. Oh,
Oops, I
did you?
put the wrong one. Yeah. The I is a 5. So the shield is a 1, yeah.
Hmm.
I assume it's following the normal clues of vertical.
Yes, it also
It
you
looks
also know it's like a normal Sudoku. You have to
it's
have
a normal Sudoku.
one of each token across each row and column, and one of each token in each 9 token box.
We haven't found a 4. There's no
As an
hearts on
aside,
top
I'm
of-
really glad that I can role play away from this because I am horrible at Sudokus in real life. Sudokus were actually used as a puzzle in one of my favorite video games series at one point, and I couldn't get past the first third of the game just because Sudokus became a puzzle element that I just couldn't
Really?
do.
I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah.
I tried to make this fairly easy in terms of once you've worked out what the numbers for the tokens are, you should be able to just put
Yeah,
them all in.
it's just one of those things with just sort of numbers. I'm just useless
You
with
have
this
a
kind of
clue
stuff.
in chat.
The 8 above that can't be made into a 1 or 5, 2, so it must be 2 or 6.
It was Mass Effect Andromeda. Not the best Mass Effect by a long shot, but I was actually
think
fairly into
Claire
it.
Cat means this 8.
Above that can't be
Have
made
we
into
figured
1
out
or
what the 3 is yet?
No.
So
Right.
you're saying one of
So-
these is a 2.
You know this is a 1.
Right. So, there's a 6 box with 2 squares, so we know the eye is a 5, and the shield is a 1. So we can
Wrong
fill
shield.
that box.
Oh, John, you should play Mass Effect if you ever get the chance. It's a great
It
series.
could be a 2 and a 4 though.
True. But I wanted to be a 5 and a 1, because that's what I guessed.
Well, you put them in there and nothing happens.
Aha!
Oh, there's
Didn't get
what
smited.
happens if I do this?
Thought I'm right.
The ceiling drops 3 inches.
Okay. We can work things out by putting the wrong things down, guys.
Don't
How many inches from
do
the ceiling
that.
is there?
The rock gnome is safe.
I got time. It's all right.
So there's a 14 over here, so there's 3 and 4 over here, or 5 and a 2, or 1 and a 6. What's the I5?
Well, I can't see what this number over here is now.
6.
That's now a 6.
Because the shield is a 1.
This is a 1, and it was a 7.
Oh, okay, I see. Right.
Sorry, I drew that badly.
What number's under here? Okay. Let's just. How many inches did it drop?
3.
You estimate that you could have it drop 9 times
9 times.
9
before
more
it would
times.
before it would crush the pillar that this puzzle is standing on.
Okay.
That's a 6 over here. So that's whatever's a 5.
Let's put.
Oh, this is a 6.
What is a 6?
Oh, yeah. So that's not a 1. So this
How many ways can you make 6?
2 and 4.
3 and 3, 5 and 1.
So that's a 4.
So it's not a 5 and 1, because we know what those two are.
You also know what 2 is.
And we also know what 2 it is. So that's either 4 or 3.
No, because you can't have 2 3s next to each other.
Or in the same square.
Very good. So we know that is a 4.
Yeah.
So let's put a 2 there. And if this is a 4, we need a 6. Have we worked out what 6 is yet?
No.
Right. So we know
1, 8, 2, 5, 4, 7.
When it's either the heart or the cross.
And each square has one of each one, and each little
Each row, each column, and each 3 by 3 square can only
and
have
each
one
red
of the same
box.
token.
so
And
it's either the heart or the X. Is that what you're
Oh,
saying?
we've discovered the
Yeah.
4 as well. We discovered what 4 is, right?
yeah,
Yeah. It's
Right.
So that goes over here.
I put the heart into that square to try and make a 10.
okay. Let me just. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. The ceiling doesn't move.
Ooh,
Aha!
so a heart is a 6.
1, 2, 3.
So the square of the X are 9 and 3.
Right.
yes.
We have an open square with a 3. Let's try the X.
That feels right. Yes.
The ceiling doesn't move.
Yeah.
Oh, so that's a 3, and that's a 9.
That leaves this to be our 9. Now, this 22, we know we have this I. The I is 5. And if we put a 9...
Leaves 13.
No, because 9 and 5 is 14. We can put the 8 in.
Yep.
Ha
Cool.
ha ha ha! Right.
And then, so there's 10 left on this 14 thing. And on the thing, there's 7 left. In this square, which I'm not pointing at.
Very good.
Oh, what's left in this row? 4, 6, 5, 3. I forgot what numbers are left.
That is what's slowing us down. Is translating the symbols to numbers is really time consuming.
So square has gone, so it can't be any 9. Can't be 2. Can't. So what's left?
Which one are you looking at?
Second row. Because there's only
Okay.
3 left in that row.
Ah, yes.
Cat's helping out again.
Awesome.
10
10
bottom row
bottom.
needs a 1.
Which is a shield.
Correct.
Thank you.
if the chat can do it all, because my mind is getting confused.
Right. So this is a 9.
Okay,
to
we
make
need
22.
a circle in here,
Yep.
and
Oh,
whatever
it's-
one is missing goes here. Well,
17. We need a 5, which is an I.
Whatever goes in there. Cool. Shield,
it's one of these.
heart, circle, square. And what's underneath this number? 28. Whatever that number is left here, 28. So please 3 numbers.
19, 15, 8.
8 goes in there.
Unless my maths is terrible.
Nope, that's fine.
Which means we have left what in this stupid box? Shield, heart, circle, crossy thing, eye, no entry, square is missing, and cross is missing.
So 9 or
9
3.
and 3.
And both can go in this 10 column.
Which column are you looking
Square
at?
goes in the 10.
This one's there. Square went in the 10.
Correct.
What number is behind this? 17.
I mean, you can now do
Minus
this
9,
box.
8.
That's a 1.
Is it cool?
Yes, because 9 and 1 make 10.
I didn't know what number was underneath it. We could write the numbers on top of each one to make it easier. But where's the fun in doing that? So that's 3,
Circle, shield,
7.
That's not what Claire Cat meant. She meant the total numbers, like these ones.
Oh yeah.
So you can see them even when you put a token on top of them. I think that's probably what Claire Cat meant.
I'm finding this easier. I don't know if anyone else wants to stop me.
You're now making like. I would have to do double translation. Yeah, once you've got them all on, it'll be fine.
I'll delete them. If you, which way do people prefer? I can delete the numbers from the tokens.
So we're missing.
Oh, I
You
deleted.
deleted a token.
Can you undo that? Because I'm trying.
The ceiling drops 20 inches.
All flattened.
What was there? Which one was it?
I
That
think
one.
it was this one here. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to try to move the numbers away before I.
There you go.
Thank you. No, that's picked up the wrong thing. There we go. Oh,
7, 6. What's the other one that's missing? 2. Okay, so the 7
Castle
goes
said
here.
heart and 2 in the 8 box.
heart and 2 in the 8 box. So this one box here.
Yeah, I just don't know which way around they are at the minute.
Oh, someone put a web in there. So
Yep.
2 and the 6 go here.
So where's the 9?
Squares. My mind is completely confused with this. I cannot translate symbols or numbers in my head. It's almost as if I can't read.
Welcome to my world.
Right, where have we got to?
You know, I did this by myself. And I still did it quicker than this.
So that's because I'm on a stream.
I mean, to be fair, the party has literally just been reduced down to 2 members at this point, I think. Like, I've not even attempted looking at this. Brian's doing a very good job on the guitar. I will admit. I'm enjoying just nodding along to this as I sort of listen in. So,
Well, Nuren decided that while smarter heads prevailed, he would do something useful.
Just play the guitar.
Play this guitar.
What's this number here? It's 2. So the 5 and the 2 go in. No, it can't be a 5 and 2. So it has to be a 4 and a 3 over here. Because that's already a 2.
Well, here, that's a 1 or 6. And it can't be the heart, so it's the 1.
Cool. Let's fill that in.
Yep.
So that's a 6 over here.
Yep.
Cool. What's left in this box?
14.
10.
Right.
So
And Nuren's going to walk up and just slam down these 2 tokens.
Sorry, which ones? I was not paying quite enough
These
attention.
A heart and a...
The ceiling drops by another 3 inches.
Okay, it says the other way
Right.
around.
Long way round.
The other way
So.
around.
Oh, someone moved.
They are now right. Stop moving.
How much more ceiling do we have now?
The ceiling can drop 7 more times.
I cannot remember what I was talking about here. So that's a 4, so there's 10 left. And I then can't figure out what's been used. Because the heart's been used. 6 and a 4. Someone moved things over here.
That's fine. Oh,
Right, what are the 9s?
There's the...
We got a 9 up here. And a 9 down here.
Yep.
4s.
There's only 3 4s left.
That's why I'm picking them.
Yeah.
4 up there.
Yep.
4 down here. Nope, missed it. Not there.
I will let you off because that wasn't where you intended to put it. Yep, that's fine.
And 4 in the other place that's correct.
Is that there?
Yeah. That is your 4s.
What are
No.
these 2?
I don't know which one you're pointing at.
Sorry, you can't see my mouse. That
There.
you should always be able to see my mouse.
You are missing a spider's web and a cross from that set of 9.
That's not so useful. Okay.
Oh, there's only
You are
2
also
numbers.
missing a spider's web and a cross from these 2.
You're not pointing. Spider's
12.
web.
And that is 3 and... Oh, no. Is that a 4? Can anyone remember what this was?
That was a 4.
Yeah.
Can you write a 4 on that?
Because you put in the 4s and the 9s.
Which was 9? 9 was squares.
Yeah.
Right.
Cool. So
And
what?
this
7,
was... What was the number under here? 12.
12. So 4 and 3 are in there. So that's a 2.
What?
Did you say 4 and
minus
3?
4 and 3 is not 2.
Sorry, I did my maths too quickly.
You've got me worried now. It's a 5, right?
Web and X in 14 top right.
Yes, we've already had that conversation.
Okay.
Yep.
And what
Guys,
else is left?
shouldn't an X just go up there where the 14 is, because the rest of the row is done?
Yep.
Yes.
So that's
Yes.
in the right place.
Yay, Ghana figured something out.
Yep.
I matter.
There's 2 left on this row.
You can do pictures. You can do pictures in a row. You just can't do the numbers bit.
What do we say this was? This was web and
There's
X.
a web and an X missing from that box too.
So that's a web.
Yep.
What's missing from this column?
Heart.
Yeah, the heart's missing by there.
And
Cool.
the heart is what? 6.
6. 14. I won't show my math skills anymore.
And so these are, I just can't do this translation of symbol to thing.
No.
So,
So there's only 2 X's left.
in this row, there should be a plus sign looking thingy. And
Star.
This is
yes,
a star.
the star.
The star.
And a web. But in which order?
Oh, that's a good idea of doing that. Where's the X's? Because there's 1 X.
An X is needed on the left-hand column, the very first one still.
No, there's the very
There's
first
no-
left-hand
there's-
column
Oh
has
no,
an
there
X in
isn't.
it,
Yeah, yeah,
but the next
So-
one doesn't.
yeah.
So the next one doesn't, but it does have an X there. So if the X goes here or here.
That one's right.
Okay, so an X
Yep.
must go there.
Your X's are all in there.
So that's what number was up? 4.
Who knows?
No, X was not 4. You've already got a 4 on there.
Well, let's look at this
X
17.
was-
We
I
have
don't know why X was.
3?
The shield is, what was the shield again?
The shield is 1.
1. The circle
Was-
is 8, which is 9. X is
I think it's 3.
uh,
It's underneath that one up there. We can actually check this. There we go.
Yeah.
so that's 12. So we need an eyeball.
Eyeball
Roll.
there.
Yes.
Superb.
Well, there's only one possibility for this as well, because for 19, what is this circle thingy?
4.
4.
4.
And a
Square.
square.
9. So that's 13. What do you say?
We
that was?
need a 6, which would be a heart. Pachow.
Boom.
Mm.
I think that means the web must go by here.
Yep,
Cool. I'm still doing everything by the pictures, not by the numbers.
that's fine. At this point, I think you can fill most of it in with pictures.
Yeah, and that means there's only 1 to put in there, so we should know what this one is as well now. But I can't see which symbol it is.
This one,
No, this gap here. Oh, how do I
Oh.
click on a gap?
that one as well.
Yeah, that's the one I
Yeah,
meant.
both of those are only.
We should be
they're-
able to work out what that is just by process. of
You've got an
elimination.
eyeball missing from the first column,
Right, so there we go. There's an eyeball.
and
Well,
you've
and if
got
there's
a
that
circle
there-
missing from this
So
column.
there's a circle there.
I'm going to put these 2 in down in the bottom corner because there's now
Yep.
a web
And that
here.
gets this one ready for something. What's this one missing? This one's missing a cross there, like that.
And this one is also missing a star. Right there.
Yep.
Which means this column here,
It's missing one of them.
missing
It's missing an eye.
eyeball. And so therefore,
That's missing its heart.
Oh, it's a heart.
I
to throw.
know, I'm getting there.
Sorry.
And if that one's missing a heart, then this one is missing an eyeball. No, it's got an eyeball. A circle.
Yeah.
Which means this has to be a eye. No, not an eyeball. A
Heart?
Heart.
Yes. Oh,
Oh,
go and put.
what happened there?
No idea.
I'm guessing 2 people moved the same token.
2 people moved it at the same time, I think. And now
So
we've
we've
just
got 4.
Now these last 4 go in these 4 spaces.
And they're both needing to add to 17. What was the square?
It's the one with 4 corners.
A square
So
is
squares
9.
of
9.
No,
Nine.
a square's not a 9. The 9's next to it, isn't it? Or do they
Square-
both equal
This
9?
is a 1, so this is a 9. That's a square.
that looks like a 4.
That's
That's a 9.
9.
Okay.
4 looks
4
like
is
the
here.
Okay.
Right, so we need to make 8.
And 13 over here on this one. 8
Well, the
and
circle
5.
is an 8, right?
Yep. The circle. I have no idea. Sorry, I was just saying yep to the star placement. Yep, that's right. Yep. There you go. You've done it.
Why have we got a
Sec-
leftover heart?
Because we're not heartless.
Ducking too many tokens or something.
I'm going to take that leftover heart, and it will be mine, and
Okay.
it will be my token.
Awesome. Feel free. You have done it. The second you put in the final token, the ceiling goes straight back up. The doors open. And you all get 50 XP each.
Woo!
385.
And what else happens?
Chinese?
20 gold pieces drop from the sky.
Is that 375 now for XP?
And
385.
385.
385.
And the puzzle sort of melds into the
Mhm.
pedestal, and then out pops another little sort of key doorknob token, and this one has essentially a hash symbol on it. 2 lines one way and 2 lines another way.
Mhm. We've been given inspiration all round.
Yep. Well done, everyone.
And it was 20 gold each, was it? So
It was
20 gold
gold
altogether.
total.
So
Yeah.
how much is that?
We all
4
get
each?
4.
4. So
Right, I will take you back.
Cool. So I pick up the key because I've already got the other key. What shape was it, sorry?
It's got a hash symbol on it, essentially. Or a simplified
key.
grid.
Is it a hashtag?
Yes. Hashtag
Oh.
puzzles are hard.
Yes. Especially with looking at symbols and translating to numbers
I didn't
on a
expect it to
stream.
make it quite that much harder, to be honest.
Just looking on the stream and talking to people.
Yeah. They did help you.
Yeah, the stream helped a lot, and then I got confused when people moved things
inspirational for
around.
stream.
Yes. Cool. We finished that puzzle.
You have finished the puzzle.
Alev goes, Dad's not in here.
Puzzle
Continues
wasn't
on
your
walking.
father.
And
But he may
continues-
have left his heart here. We found one.
Oh,
Alev continues to look around the corner.
following the.
Algy's going to attempt to go out this door.
Yep, that's fine.
I didn't even notice that.
No, not I.
Ah, it's all dark.
Reveal area. Not
Covered
hide
in
it.
darkness.
There we go.
Cool.
Algy's just going to not bother doing perception checks, which feels foolish. He's going to listen at the door, though.
Listen at the door. Perception check then.
Hmm.
11. You don't hear
I left my
anything.
heart inside
Left
the
my heart
pyramid.
inside the pyramid.
Is this door locked?
No, it does not have a lock on it.
Let's just open the door.
Bye, Castellum.
Bye.
You
While
opening
you're
it.
open to...
You see.
By the way, is there anything further down, or is that a dead end?
That isn't a dead end.
Oh, I
see
need to
this?
move.
Hold on. I'm sure I need to describe something in this one. Yeah, so footprints continue through here. And, oh gosh, I've just clicked away from it again. there you see that this door, oh gosh, clicky thing here has no handle, but it does have, let me just check, I think it's a snowflake on that one. Yes,
There's a snowflake on this
there's
door.
a sunken snowflake shape on this door.
Cool. Is there anything else in the room, or is it empty?
You just see the footprints going where the footprints are going,
Yeah, do another
and
perception
it's more
test.
snow. What did you get? 16. You notice that the footprints are deliberately avoiding this square.
Valgie's going to follow the footprints.
Yep. Wonderful.
Do you tell anyone about avoiding that square?
No.
Well, thankfully, Garner anyway was going to light, because of these are snow oozes, he was going to light a torch.
Okay.
And he's going to go into the room, and because he wouldn't have thought about the footprints thing, and seeing as it's not being told, he's going to go in the room with the torch, and he's going to sort of set it at the ground in each place, trying to provoke the thing. So
as you do, you melt the snow here and reveal a pit trap.
Nice.
So
I attack it with my sword.
Pit trap.
Yeah,
yes.
Just to make that nice and obvious for you.
Trap.
Hold on.
The words trap appear on the floor.
The word trap appears on the floor.
Here we go. Does an 11 hit?
What, the trap?
Yes.
It's just a pit.
Does it hit?
Yeah, I suppose so.
Yeah.
Well, can you hit a pit if you're not just swung through the open air?
You've set it off so that you can now see the pit, I guess.
I rolled a 15 for damage. Full damage on that trap.
Right. It now has no lid. Otherwise, it's still a pit.
Good. I've killed a pit, guys. I've killed a pit. I avoid the pit, and I keep doing stuff to I keep burning the floor as I go, and I'm doing the room.
Okay.
Well done, young Ghana. You shall be
this room
remembered.
Is ever so slightly ajar.
All of history.
This door, rather.
There's a door there. Cool.
And there's also a door here.
Felicia is going to look at the door, look at the beautiful snowflake key, and put the snowflake key in.
Because she does key into the door. You can now open that door and get into the room beyond.
And she's going to do that. Open the door.
Once I've done the room with the torch, am I allowed to put it out and still keep the torch because it's only been on for a little bit?
Yeah, if you want to.
Yeah, I'm going to do that just to save battery.
And I'm going to follow Garner.
Night, John. Have a good one.
Night. Thank you for coming.
Yeah, John's the one who wants to know how to stay subscribed. Oh, yeah, no, I know what he's talking about, but he's talking to me, I think.
I've looked into this room to see if we this room.
You notice underneath all the piles of rubble and stuff, there is a metal chain in there, and on the metal chain is a wooden bead token, like the little leaf you found with a snowflake on it, but it also has a broken gemstone, and the gemstone has been shattered and it's purple. But you can only find the top of the gemstone.
Oh, you mean it's on like a necklace or something?
There's like a metal, like a chain, like a metal chain necklace type thing. There is a little wooden snowflake token, like your little leaf token, and there is a broken purple gemstone, like the gemstones that you have, the red gemstones that you had when you entered the pyramid.
Cool. I pick up the small snowflake token, and I pick up the chain with the purple gemstone and show it to Valdry because he seems to be the intelligent one.
Gave me a chain with what? Sorry,
it's a metal chain, and then there are two things on it: a little wooden snowflake, like a little bead type snowflake, and a broken purple gemstone, and you only have the top half of the gemstone.
I make sure I hold on to it, but I show it Valdry.
Can Valdry do an investigation check on it?
Yep.
No.
It's a purple gemstone.
Speaking
broken
of,
purple gemstone.
something that I forgot to do earlier because I was too invested in not even opening the chest. Can I get whoever's got detect magic to detect magic on my shield? The one which I just picked
Does
up.
anyone have detect magic?
I have detect magic.
I swear someone did.
Yeah.
I could do detect magic. Problem is it uses up a spell slot.
Oh, okay. Okay, never mind. I'll just see if it's magic later on.
There is a room just there we could sleep in.
It's true. It is on my list to do before a long rest, but I'm waiting for not needing spell slots.
Yeah.
Before I forget, I should probably cast Cure Wounds on myself because I kind of forgot I'm almost dead.
Okay.
Oh yeah, you got your foot chewed off.
No, not my foot, just the boot. Got sucked off.
I enjoyed saying that.
Yeah. So under the, we find nothing else.
I have healed 6 points.
Awesome.
Nice.
You are now healthier. I think we should probably end the stream there.
Oh yeah, it's hit 20 to 11. Blimey.
Sounds good.
Yeah. So just to confirm, there's nothing else in this blue room.
No, it's just broken stuff. Or at least you
And,
don't see anything else.
And I've got the metal chain with a purple too.
Yeah, broken purple gemstone.
Cool.
Awesome.
So,
You guys all need to level up.
yeah, we can level off stream.
Off stream, yes. So thank you everybody for watching. Those of you who stayed up. I think it was quite tiring on a few. And yeah, we will be back for the pyramid in 2 weeks' time. And we are back next Monday for our next mini adventure group, which I'm also DMing, which has Brian as Florian, David as Cal, Bear as Mokan, and hopefully we will have Kate back playing Kutsara.
And don't forget the Spoon Lord.
Oh, and we have Spoon Lord, of course.
The most important character.
Yeah. Everyone's favorite character.
US people and other places that are not UK, our clocks are going forward next week.
Our clocks are going forward this Saturday night. So we will be back to all the usual times as of next week. And then on Wednesday next week, Brian is DMing and me and Anne-Marie will be continuing our arguments while trying to figure out what's going on at our monastery.
With all the spookiness.
Spooky.
Yes, with all the creepiness.
Spooky.
Yes. And the whatever it was, Cola Huzzah, which was someone suggested you were whispering.
Yeah.
It wasn't.
No.
Anyway, thank you everybody for watching, and we will see you Monday.
Cool.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.